What's up, wees? Welcome back to Anime Lane, the podcast where we take you down the yellow brick road of anime, look at everything it has to offer. As always, nope.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Take 3.
What's up, weaves? Welcome back to Anime Lane, the podcast where we take you down the yellow brick road of anime and look at everything it has to offer. On today's episode, we're aiming for the top in Gunbuster, directed by Hideaki Anno, written by Hideaki Anno, Minoru Takanashi and Shiro Sasaki, music by Kohei Tanaka, animation production by Gainax. It released on Japanese home media between October 7th, 1988 and July 7th, 1989. It is licensed in the UK by Anime Limited and the US by Discotek. It is available on home media. Then we've taken the wrong turn off to Wonderland and Alice in Borderland, directed by Hideki Tachibana, written by Ryosuke Nakamura, music by Hiroaki Tsutsumi. Animation production by Silverlink. It released in Japan, bundled with the volumes of the original manga on October 14th, 2014, December 18th, 2024, and February 18th, 2025. It is licensed in the UK by MVM and in the US by Sentai. And you can get it on home video. As always, I'm your host, Notorious, and joining me once again today is Shaun.
Gunbuster.
Jesus. So yeah, I guess we're doing Gunbuster first.
Yeah. We have to. I demand it. It's Arnold.
So yeah, we've spared Melina the needing to watch another mech show.
Thank us later.
So yeah, this is a classic OVA series.
Yeah, this is the good shit. This is that late 80s, like early 90s prime mech OVA.
Yeah.
That also gets way deeper as it goes on, as I expected from the man
Anno.
that would later go on to create one of my favorite things of all time.
It's funny that we end up doing this as the new Evangelion project has just been announced.
It was not planned.
No, we didn't know. It was announced like the day after we watched this.
Yeah.
So that was a fun morning, waking up and just couldn't move on any social media because every single post was like, oh my god, new Eva project. Oh my god, new Eva project. Oh my god, new Eva project. Like, I get it.
And then I sent it to you.
And then another friend sent it to me later that day. It's like,
Did you know?
I know.
I am aware. I still haven't watched that 30th anniversary broadcast thing that I keep seeing pop up on my letterbox.
Oh, I haven't either. I got sent it because it wasn't uploaded online. You have to watch a good old camcorder version of it. Because not Gainax, can't call him that anymore. Studio Kara being Studio Kara are like, nah, you had to be there.
Can you hook me up after this, please?
Yeah. But yeah, to talk about Gunbuster.
Yeah, to talk about the actual thing.
It starts off as a very like archetypical mech shoujo.
I laughed a little when I saw them doing push-ups in the mechs. Like, why are they doing that? They're mechs. They don't have muscles.
They just be doing anything in basic training.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, to be fair, if I had access to a mech that could do that, I'd try it.
Yeah, I'd try it too.
You'd see me fail to push up in a mech.
Do you think that like there's the resistance of doing it in the cockpit? You know,
Yeah, how does it work in the cockpit? Is my question.
Well,
like,
they're just sort of like hanging there.
yeah, it's not like Eva where they've got like a plug suit that like.
Yeah, they're in the LCL, so they don't feel the difference in orientation.
Like it's an actual mech that they're controlling with like controls.
They're in the stomach, so they're in like the center of gravity.
Yeah.
So they're just hanging there.
Do you think they get sick from the inertia?
Possibly.
What's that like?
I don't want to think about that. That sort of destroys the magic of mechs for me.
What? No. I want to know. I want the intricate details.
No, because I have motion sickness. So I think about it too much. I'm like, oh fuck, I could never get in a mech.
I don't have such weaknesses.
Fuck you.
But yeah, it's very archetypical in the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
Which, that's on track.
Yeah. They meet a space Soviet girl
in the second
episode.
Well, I'm going to talk about the bully character for a second, who I thought was going to be one note. First time I burped.
that you're going to throw up for a second there.
Honestly, it can be 50-50 when that happens. It's very rare. But Bully Girl, who I thought was going to be very one note, and was like, wow, so she just existed for that first episode.
Yeah.
Boy, no. Boy, God, no.
No one in this first episode simply just exists for the sake of this first episode.
They come back.
They come back.
As trauma.
See, the first episode is very much standard, like high school, but also military academy.
Yeah, we've seen this episode of Pat Labor.
Yeah, it is very Pat Labor, isn't it? And then they go to space.
Yeah,
they're like, "Oh yeah, you've been selected. Do you have the skills?"
By a coach that is clearly coping with his own things and is pushing it on these kids.
Yeah. Then they get sent to space, and they meet Soviet girl,
which immediately, unfortunately, makes this a relic of the time.
Yeah. It's so funny. She has like such a strong, not strong, but she has a vaguely Soviet accent in the English dub.
Oh no!
Because I've seen this subtitled before. I've seen it a couple of times before. And so this time I was like, oh, they made the dub for this release, and which was thought to be all but impossible up until it came out. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll check that out. And it's really good, but she turned up on screen and I was like, oh, that's a choice.
Oh no.
That's a choice. Especially because she's in it just for the rest of the series.
Yeah, she is part of the main three girls.
Yeah. She's a core cast member after she's introduced. And that's certainly a choice to have one of your core cast just have a vague accent for the whole thing.
Yeah. Why?
Why'd they do that?
Yeah. Because it's to show that we've moved past the Cold War in the future, because that Cold War, it's so all-encompassing. But in the future, we'll be fine. The Soviet Union will still be there, but we'll be fine.
The Soviet Union didn't totally fall 26 years, but
it was already collapsing by the time this came out. The Berlin Wall, I think, had fallen.
Yeah. They didn't hear about that in Japan.
They were right there.
They didn't get the memo.
Neither did the Muppets for a while, so I guess that's fine. But yeah. So the first few episodes are, your typical mech stuff, and then, as with Anno, you get to that later bit.
Yep.
And there comes the existentialism.
Because as soon as you hit the third episode, things start taking like a turn.
The second they introduced time dilation as a thing, I was like, oh, there we go. They could do something very interesting with this, and knowing who's behind this, they probably are.
Yeah. And it's not even the time dilation that hits you first, it's the immediate like character death. Like he's just introduced in this episode, but I like his death because you don't see or hear anything. He's just
gone.
Dies, and that's it. And I almost call her Noah. That's not her name. Noriko,
yeah. They both begin with N.
Yeah. Just sort of has to like live with it. In the sense of she probably couldn't have done anything.
No.
And it also ties into that like the vastness of space and the sheer scale of the battle that is taking place. Is like she couldn't see anything. She had no idea what was going on. No battle going on. And it's her first experience, and then her partner dies.
She gets pushed, she gets fast tracked into being a central part of this conflict, and half of the character drama is just by the fact that she's not ready for this.
No.
She is 15-ish?
Yeah, she's probably 15 in the first episode.
Because the dad dies in 2015, which, wow, that's funny that year popped up.
Yeah.
And she was about 8 at the time, judging by that last call. And from what I was able to calculate, the series itself starts in 2022.
Yeah.
So 15-ish,
yeah, because she's, I think, first year of high school, and the other character is third year high school, I think.
Yeah, definitely a senior.
Yeah.
In her senior year.
So she would be like 17 going on 18
Yeah.
at the time, whereas Noriko is just 15, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe 16 at a push, but that's still no different.
Yeah, which, to be fair, I did think the other character, I'm sorry, we keep forgetting names. I'm terrible with names. I've forgotten about the guy. I've forgotten the guy who died, his name is. Smith. I know it began with
Such
an S.
a standard.
Yeah, that is such a stock name. But I don't want to call her older sister character because they keep calling her One-san.
Oh god, shit. Oh god, there's Noriko.
I know she's not the actual older sister, but
oh god, I'm blanking on her name, and that's so annoying.
yeah, and she's like the other main girl.
Yeah, because there's Noriko Young, and then
Young, that's the
Young. Yeah, I don't know. It sort of swings about Gunbuster characters.
If she's gonna have a name, she prefers to have it be multiple choice. That's so real.
Amino,
yeah.
That's her name.
Yeah. I thought she was like maybe not even like she'd already graduated. Not gonna lie, in like that first episode.
No, she was in like her last year, I think.
Okay.
At least I'm sure that's the case.
Yeah. Maybe I was just trying to cope with the fact of the age gap that pops up a little bit later with her romance with Coach, which I'm just gonna get that out of the way. While it's come up, that's probably aged the worst of this part. He's like 30.
Yeah, I think there's part of me thinking he's like 27.
I got he's like early 30s.
I'm not so sure because he's not like a super...
He's already an adult by like by the time the dad dies, and I would have guessed he was like 24 at that point, and it's been like 8 years since then. Maybe
I had assumed he was like a fresh sort of like into service at the time.
I don't know, that was the vibe I got. I could be wrong. I'd like to be wrong, just to lessen this gap.
Also, there's the whole time dilation aspect, which just makes everything so much worse to calculate.
I will actually vomit.
Yeah. It doesn't make it right.
No.
Because it should have just been a one-sided thing on Amino's part as like a young... like crush from a schoolgirl, like, which does happen.
Yeah, that happens. It's the fact that they
get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's portrayed as this true love thing, even though he smacks her at one point.
Yeah, he pays her no attention.
No.
In any of the interactions that we see. In fact, he hates her for the most part.
It honestly came off near the end that he just married her to like make her happy.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Like, he's just like, look, I've only got a few months to live. I'm not gonna have to bear with it for long. Let's just do it. And then like he dies like a couple of days later.
Yeah. Noriko being like, do you really think he would have told you he has months to live if he was gonna die while you were away? And it's like, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a dick. That whole confession that she's like, no, he's actually true love. He's just so burdened with love that he doesn't want to like burden you with it. And it's like, oh, fuck off. I'm not believing that. If that's the truth, that's toxic as fuck. See a therapist.
I mean, that man has many, many issues.
Yeah, like, regardless of the romance, see a therapist, man. Stop pushing your trauma onto these teenagers. Noriko didn't deserve any of this.
No. God. Yeah, because so the third episode, you have the whole space battle thing, and Noriko just does not cope well with that afterwards. Because of course,
can you blame her?
And then they come back from that operation. Oh well, no, they have the whole Gunbuster thing happening in the fourth episode, which is crazy. The actual titular mech doesn't show up until like what would originally have been the ending if the last two episodes weren't commissioned.
Yeah, I did find it funny that like throughout a part of this I was like, so what is actually the Gunbuster? Are they all Gunbusters? They're not calling them Gunbusters.
Well, that's the fun thing. It's called Gunbuster in English, but the Japanese title is Topo Nari.
Okay, so that which is Aim for the Top.
Aim for the Top.
Yeah.
Which is a play on Aim for the Ace, which is a sports show.
I did learn that after watching this, and also Top Gun.
Top Gun, yeah. That's pretty much, it's the combination of the two.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And I can tell. But why the sports tennis anime or manga?
It was directed by Osamu Dezaki, who was just like a really pioneering animator. Very
Okay.
influential figure in the animation industry. Tomorrow's Joe, or Ashita no Joe, Aim for the Ace, Rose of Versailles. Was Dear Brother Dezaki as well? A whole bunch of different, really foundational ones, and
He's got his credentials.
Yeah, pioneered a lot of different animation things like the triple take.
Yeah.
So where you get 3 cuts and then the impact.
Okay.
Postcard memories, the sort of thing where it ends and then does the sort of
a lot of the little tricks and the little tropes are you can direct back to him basically.
Pretty much.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Very influential on pretty much all of the Gainax staff, because later with Hiroyuki Imaishi, you see that the influence has worked all over Kill la Kill, which we haven't watched yet.
We will in time.
But yeah, that's probably why Aim for the Ace. I'm sure there's maybe other reasons too, but
that's just the surface one we can think of. Okay, cool.
But yeah, the Gunbuster doesn't show up until the end of episode 4.
No, which could have been the end.
Could have been the end. And it feels sort of rushed to a this could work as a potential conclusion.
I described it as a New Hope situation where okay, there's loose threads. The Empire / the aliens aren't really defeated, but we gave a very decisive blow to a major part of their forces. So this feels like a conclusion basically.
Yeah.
If we stopped here, it would be fine, and you can just imagine what happens next. And thank God they got those last 2 episodes, because hot damn.
Yeah, there's a real tonal shift going into those last 2 episodes.
Big time.
Because they come back and everyone has aged without them because time dilation.
It's been 15 years.
Yeah.
It did the endgame thing 30 years early.
Mm-hmm.
It came up 15 years and I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, because they come back and it's been 15 years on Earth, but for them it's been
6 months.
6 months or something.
It's usually around 6 months.
Yeah.
You learn that's their go-to after a while.
And so Noriko's best friend Kimiko, yeah, I think that's her name, is married, has a kid who's 3.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's that is basically what it feels like to see someone you knew in high school, but you haven't seen for a few years, and suddenly they've got a kid.
Yeah.
And a place, and you're just like, wow. You're an adult now. And I still feel like I'm just a little bit above high school.
Yeah. And that's where sort of it's sort of there in the first few episodes where they kind of introduce the time dilation stuff, and you have Noriko, jumping onto the ship, and they come back 6 months later or whatever, and that them talking to Jung about for you it's been 6 months, whereas for us it's been minutes.
Yeah, an hour at most.
Yeah. And then here you see the real introduction of as a theme of as time doesn't stand still.
No.
And people are gonna move on and live life.
Especially in space.
Yeah. And you're off fighting a war, and it's that aspect of war doesn't stop time.
No.
But it exacerbates loss, as we come to see later on.
Exactly.
And it's the sort of isolation that Noriko begins to feel, which I guess pushes her back into going.
Yeah, it's just a reoccurring cycle at that point. We're well, if the rest of the world has moved on without me, the only thing I have left is to just be in the mech.
Yep, and to kill the bugs.
Yeah, it's very Starship Troopers almost in the way it treats the bugs. I said to you partway through that I can't describe why, but I feel like downloading Helldivers.
People always talk about we have no true alien designs and stuff, and I'm like, watch this. This is Alien, because they're bugs, but also not.
They're described more like antibodies for the universe,
and they do look more sort of microbial than anything else, and I think that's a fascinating alien design.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one, because going into space, the only thing we know for sure is that maybe we'll get some bacteria.
Yeah.
That'll look. If we find aliens that like have a design that we can comprehend that are on Earth,
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine. I almost burped again. I don't know what's happening there. Apologies, but my point was, if we're gonna find alien life that like is at least somewhat similar to Earth, it's gonna be microorganisms. So to basically take that and supersize the fuck out of it into an actual alien threat, that is fascinating.
Because a lot of the alien designs we see are like vaguely humanoid or vaguely a thing we have on Earth supersized,
so we can comprehend.
Yeah. Whereas like here, it's like, oh yeah, like.
And occasionally a 3-headed dragon that shoots lightning. I don't know where that one came from.
Whereas these are like, they aren't like anything else.
No.
Like I say, they are sort of microbial in nature, but they still have very unique designs.
I don't want to keep bringing up the obvious comparison because I want Gunbuster to. I want to treat Gunbuster as its own thing as it should be, but. With Evangelion in the back of my head, it does remind me of the Angels in a way, and how inhuman they are, and how each design of them is just something that clearly is not from Earth.
Yeah.
Obviously, a very different style in Gunbuster. It's again a bit more bug-like, more microorganism, but that same sense of this is not human. Nothing like this is even remotely, even a little bit like Earth. Animals. It's gonna destroy us all.
Yeah.
It's because it's so fucking big. We gotta get rid of it.
I like how there's just this whole thing where like they go to a planet, or no, they go to a star and realize, oh shit, it's an egg for one of them. And it just never comes up again.
Yeah.
It's very offhandedly mentioned as like, oh yeah, they do that sometimes.
They can do that?
Anyway. It's like, whoa. We saw that one come out, and then nothing.
Yeah.
We just moved on.
I also feel like you're taking this very lightly. That is cosmic horror stuff. How can they do that? That's a fucking star.
Like that whole thing.
The implications that has on a universal scale is horrifying.
Yep.
Like, if they're doing that, we gotta nuke them.
Yeah.
It's not just about us killing everything else for our own survival. It is just survival of anything.
Because that happens at the end of like, I can't remember if it's episode 4. After they've like finished fighting and go home, where it's like we see that snippet and it just fades in the credits roll, and then the next episode is like 15 years later, and it's like, what
happened to the stars?
What happened to the stars? And they're like, oh no, there's another army, and it's like, whatever, man.
Well, yeah, they rebuilt. I like when it came up that they have another army. I was like, is this just playing off of like the Martians from Invincible rules? We're just like every second they've got like decades to rebuild.
Well, I guess because of the whole like
it would fit with the time dilation thing.
Because who knows how far they've traveled. They talk about the center of the Milky Way galaxy, which is so far.
Yeah.
But again, we don't really know like the time difference in that aspect, because like we have them showing up at the end and they've been there for however long, but then it takes them like 12,000 years to get home.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh well, we don't have like a real bar for comparison here now.
No, it is probably the biggest weakness of the show, that like because of just its format, it doesn't have time to give any sort of substance to the enemy faction.
Yeah.
Like they really are just, at the end of the day, big bugs from Starship Troopers.
Yeah, I kind of do like that they are just an incomprehensible, unstoppable force. I think that's interesting.
Yeah, but like that's fair. It's just the fact that like we were not really given any focus on them, even from our point of view, other than just the enemy. There is like that one part in one of the early episodes where like it's like they've got one in containment.
Oh yeah, I always keep thinking like, oh yeah, there was something that was just like going to have something to do with the Gunbuster, and it just doesn't.
It feels like it's something that's going to be brought up at any point, and then it isn't.
Yeah.
And not to make the comparison again, I don't know if that's just like a narrative seed that Anno didn't get to flesh out, and he just used again for Eva.
Yeah.
With like Adam and like Lilith.
Yeah, because it really just never comes up after that, and it benefits them in no way whatsoever. You know, like
they're just like, whoa, why is that here? Don't worry about it.
It's not like we see any technology based on it later either. You know, we just sort of move on.
Yeah. a leftover, basically.
Yeah. That last episode.
Oh, I love that it's in black and white.
Yeah. Such a good choice. It just it makes the tone so much better.
Yeah, the fact that all of it is in black and white until they get to like the end part that like the 12,000 years in the future, it feels like we're almost watching this as an old recording.
Yeah.
And when they finally get home is like the present. It's done so well, and for all the emotions that are going through in that entire episode, it just fits so well thematically. I loved it.
And the fact that it's also in like scoped widescreen. I think it's close to like 2:1 because it's not the standard like 2.3 or 2.39 sorry or like 1.85. It's somewhere in between. It's like I think it's closer to 2:1. That's really cool because you don't see that very often, like a switch in aspect ratio in OVAs like this.
Yeah, especially in OVAs.
So that's really cool. There is a 4:3 version on the disc because there's an open map version, but it means you get to see unfinished parts here and there. I
mean, I'll admit there was one part, I forget which episode it is. It's when one of the scenes where they're in like the bathroom, and like you can see only the top half of Noriko has been drawn.
Oh yeah.
So there's like a little open space where you see she's actually just a floating torso, and it's like, where'd your legs go? What happened? Are you okay? And I don't know if that was just like a restoration thing or it was just like something that's always been there.
Probably something that's always been there.
And it's just not been caught by production, which happens.
Yeah.
It's funny that I caught it like immediately.
That probably wouldn't be a restoration thing. That would have to be baked in from when they were compiling or compositing the cells together for film.
Fair enough. Do we want to talk about the fact that there's a bit too... These characters are 15.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of nudity.
There is.
And it is sexualized nudity.
Yep. It's sort of the thing that marks it as like a of its time OVA.
Yeah.
You know, it's very reminiscent of Kawajiri's 80s stuff. Where
like,
just
of course, all the female pilots have an open window bath floor that all of them just don't wear towels in.
Also, their flight suits.
Oh yeah,
like those are just bikinis.
What, you don't like the gymnast leotard-esque pilot suits that you totally need to pilot? They get the sensors out through their skin or whatever.
But they get to wear a t-shirt at least.
It's only for the legs though. It's like that fucking, what was the Metal Gear thing? She breathed through her skin, so she has to wear a skimpy outfit.
Oh, you mean Quiet from MGS5? Yeah, that was. Yep.
Sure. What did Kojima mean by this?
I don't know, but he also did a high def scan of her feet too.
Okay, you can't see the face I'm making right now, but I am in pain. At that, and just the fact, the first thing that came to mind is, oh my god, Kojima is Japanese Tarantino. Which is a thought I didn't want to think.
But not like Tarantino in his views, at least.
Oh, thank God. Oh yeah, you're right, totally not.
Man has a mad obsession with Hunter Schafer.
Can we just move past this, please? We're trying to talk about Gunbuster's problems.
Gunbuster!
Why the gymnast pilot clothes? At least for the plug suits, sure, they're skin tight, and you can make your comments on that, but at least they serve an internal logic purpose of, well, they need to connect to the body through it, so like the Eva can like mimic or like be controlled by their actual bodies.
I'd also take like futuristic skin tight spacesuits because like at least from a functionality standpoint that kind of makes sense as like a second skin almost, where it's like modern current spacesuits are bulky and like you can't do a whole lot with them, so it's like let's give something that means you function close to a human being. Yeah,
like you can actually move in dynamic ways.
But no, it's almost like they're just left in their fucking gym uniform from when they were in school.
Yeah.
But all of them are dressed like that.
Yeah. What did Anno mean by this?
I don't want to say.
I mean, I know why. I'm pretty sure he said at one point why.
Yeah.
It's not great, that part.
No, it's really not.
Could I also say it is really funny how they have like sort of bandana masks that.
Oh yeah, which serve no purpose.
At first, I thought it was supposed to be like a futuristic skin oxygen mask sort of thing, but no, they take it off in the middle of space and it seems fine.
Yeah, I don't
at
get
one
it.
point. So it's just there to look cool.
I guess
It's their battle bandana.
it's their mouth guard
Mouth guard.
for the flies in space.
You know, they get in the suit sometimes. How do they get in? Don't ask. So yeah, it has its artifacts from its time.
Oh, 100%.
But it thankfully doesn't intrude too much on the actual story.
Yeah.
It's just sort of a thing you have to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Because then eventually everyone gets old.
Yeah.
Except Noriko.
Yeah, because even Young gets old at the end when she has to leave.
Yeah, because she leaves them behind. Because she wants to go and just die with them. Like
she's like, suicide mission? We're doing a suicide mission? Hell yeah! And she's like, no, this isn't a suicide mission. I mean, it is in practicality, but that's not why we're doing this. And Young's like, oh.
Like, she's a real one for that, but like, girl, have some self-preservation. Come on.
Nah. Friend's dying. I'm dying too.
She might as well have stayed, considering it took them 12,000 years to get home.
Yeah, we never see her again.
No, I mean, we can't. She's dead at that point.
Yeah, so it's just another layer of tragedy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that is the final messages. It's like, you know, time isn't going to stop, and you're going to lose people, you're going to lose things, but also while you're experiencing loss, time's still not going to stop. You need to experience time.
Yeah, you need to be proactive.
Yeah, I find that a fascinating concept to put through a sci-fi mech lens where they fight big bugs and kill them all by dropping a black hole on them.
Yeah, like it's that perfect balance of escapist mech fun and oh, there's the existential horrors.
Yup.
That final like scene though was so it was a gut punch, but also like again weirdly hopeful.
Yeah.
In the sense that like it's been 12,000 years, everyone they know and everyone who ever could have possibly remembered them is long since dead. Their kids are dead.
Yeah.
Any descendants worth a damn are gone. And humanity remembered them.
Yep.
They didn't have to.
Nope.
12,000 years is a long fucking time. We don't know anyone from 12,000 years ago.
No.
But the fact that humanity seems to have collectively remembered their sacrifice and actively planned to do a giant welcome back sign at the end, that got me like to tears.
I mean, they saved everyone, you know, so it would make sense that they remembered them.
12,000 years though.
Gotta put it on record, and
it's just sweet that managed to survive for so long for people to remember.
Yeah.
It just got to me. It is why like I just put welcome back with a backwards K as my letterboxd review.
Okay, is that what it says?
I like the backwards K as well.
Yeah, that's a good touch.
I don't know if it's supposed to represent language changing or if someone just fucked up on Earth.
Yeah, nothing's ever really been explained as to why the I is backwards, because that's the character. It's the character I.
Who cares? The message came across.
Yeah. It's funny because I've seen that translated two different ways now. I originally watched this fan sub because for a long time Gunbuster was just not available officially.
I did learn that, and I was kind of shocked it took only until fairly recently.
Yeah. And so originally I had seen it as translated as Welcome Home, which is what Okarina Asai means.
Yeah.
Welcome home.
Which is that is also really sweet.
Yeah. But then I see the logic behind Welcome Back. I think in this context I would have stuck with Welcome Home though.
Same.
It makes more sense. They're home. Earth is home.
I mean, maybe in the sense this is purely narrative. I'm not thinking like in universe and like welcome back, because like their home was the Earth of 12,000 years ago. So to say welcome home could feel a bit weird in the fact that wherever they're going is going to be nothing like the place they were aiming to save. No one. It's not the fault of the Earth that's there. It's just 12,000 years.
12,000 years.
I keep bringing it up, but that's a long ass fucking time.
Yeah.
And it's heartbreaking. I got close to pretty emotional at the end of this. I'm
Wow.
not sure if you could tell. There's just the way in how sweet it was and how tragic it was that just got to me.
And Kohei Tanaka's score just reinforces all of it. Absolutely amazing composer.
That little ding at the start of that pieces of me. To bring up Halo again, it reminds me of the dun, 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 and how that hits me.
Oh, I was thinking the guitar that kicks in when they're like, say goodbye to Gunbuster and head down to Earth.
Yeah.
And it's so good because it's that like combination of melancholy but hope as well.
Bittersweet to the very core definition.
Yeah.
Very bitter, but pretty sweet.
Shame he's locked in the One Piece mines now.
Get working on the Luffy stuff.
I'm sure he's doing other stuff. I just don't see his name very frequently.
All you're seeing is One Piece.
Yeah. I think he might do Dragon Quest. I think that might be the other big project that he constantly works on.
Oh.
Is the Dragon Quest theme soundtracks.
Okay.
But yeah, One Piece is sort of like the other big
It's now his thing.
Yeah. I'm sure I think we've watched something else that he composed, but I cannot recall off the top of my head what it might have been.
Editing, Michael, if you're listening
I'm
back
not
to this...
putting this in.
Oh, damn it. Why do you never listen to me editing, Michael?
Because I then need to record an extra vocal stem, so fuck that.
Lazy.
It's just hard to archive the vocal stems.
Lazy.
Fuck you. You do it then.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to have your settings on my stuff, so do you really want to give it to me?
No.
There you go. That's what I fucking thought. But yeah, this was such a great experience.
Yeah.
Anno did it again to me.
The first time.
I let him.
Anno did it again for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time. I know it's because this is technically the first time, but to me, from my perspective, he did it again.
Shame he locked himself in the Eva's mine.
Yeah.
After this.
As much as I fucking love Eva, can he do something else? Anything else? I want to see more projects from. This proves he can do other projects.
He's done with Eva. He just handed the keys to the next most depressed, horniest man that he knew.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, have you played a Yoko Taro game?
No.
You should.
Should I? From the way you've just described them?
Nier Automata's a great game.
Oh, he did. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
you're right.
Nier Automata.
Sorry, the way you described them, I was like, what kind of games does he make?
No.
And why are you recommending them to me so enthusiastically?
Yeah, Nier Automata, and I believe the Drakengard games, because technically those all take place in the same universe.
Nier Automata is one I've actually been a little interested in, so...
It's really good. I enjoyed that. I need to go back and play it, but I have the remake of the original that I need to play as well at some point. Nier Replicant, or whatever. Because there were two versions of the original Nier.
Ah, okay.
Replicant and Gestalt. Replicant's the one that got remade. Gestalt, weirdly, was like a dad core game. Like God of War.
Yeah, okay.
Like
the Pedro Pascal genre of storytelling.
Yeah, the Last of Us, God of War, Mandalorian, Last of Us.
It's weird how that's just become a huge cultural thing of this decade.
Yeah. Nier Gestalt was a bit ahead of its time in like 2008 or something like that. Anyway, I don't know.
Look, our main point is Gunbuster is really fucking good.
Yes, 100%.
I would love to get this on Blu-ray if I can.
You can.
Okay, I can, cool.
Yeah, it's readily available.
I was like, did it get a UK release?
It did, I mentioned that.
Oh, okay, I didn't listen.
You gotta listen to me, man.
I know, I gotta listen.
Because I got the US version back when it was announced and released, because there was no word on a UK one.
Okay.
And it felt like a bit of a pipe dream to get it over here, because it felt like a pipe dream to get it.
Yeah.
Period. And then like a year later we got it here in the UK.
And now suddenly it's just readily available.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we got there's a collector's edition, and I believe there is a standard release as well.
Nice. I will get one of them.
I don't know if the collector's edition might have sold out, because this was 2 years ago. I think it was 2023 that it came out.
I've only just gotten the Eva collector's set that has like the original dub and stuff.
Yeah.
So Maybe I'll save my pocket money for that.
Yeah, the Gunbuster one's not anywhere near as expensive as the
Okay, good.
Ava ones.
Thank God.
That's a more standard one where it's like I think $35 for the collector's set.
Oh, that's
If it's still available. I
if
don't
it's
know
still
if it's
available.
sold out.
I'll take a look around maybe.
Mhm.
What did you think about the science lessons?
Those were fun. Still made my brain melt though.
Oh yeah, like I appreciate they went into a lot of detail on fictional lore dumping, the science. I didn't follow any of it.
Yeah, I feel so bad for the English dub VAs having to then record all of that in English and be like, I don't understand a single fucking thing I'm saying.
And doing it so enthusiastically.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to put in the character effort.
Yeah.
It's like you don't know what you're talking about.
I did listen to a little bit of the dub at those parts because I was like, what does the voice actress think of this? Like, what is happening? And she does her job. She's a professional. She says it enthusiastically. I know damn well she's got she knows about as much of it as I do reading it.
That it does still just feel slightly anachronistic to watch it dubbed because it has just gone so long
Just
without,
subbed, yeah.
without an official release.
Yeah.
Because Gunbuster has a bit of an odd release history where technically it's never officially been released, except it has. In the late 90s in the UK, it got a home video, a VHS release from what was her name? Kitty? No, that's an American hentai distributor, I think. I can't remember what their name was, but they weren't particularly like a big distro or anything
They
like
were
that.
definitely amateur.
I don't know about that, but I don't think they did too much. Nothing really exists beyond the VHS era for them. So they released it. It had a horrible translation from what I know.
I mean, I can imagine.
And then they did a VHS transfer to DVD and released that, which I own. I have owned this for almost a decade now. And the case is starting to fall apart.
Oh no.
It was in almost pristine condition when I got it. It's just deteriorating.
Jesus Christ.
So that's how cheap the release actually is. And it's just a VHS transfer from those tapes that they originally released. So it's that quality, hard-coded subtitles.
compressed.
And I don't think that that's sold. And there's no information on that release anywhere. You cannot find like release info. You can't find much about it. You can't find much about that company.
Wow.
It just sort of happened.
It's just a relic now.
Yeah. And that was it. It had never been licensed.
That's the stuff that I find so fascinating, specifically on like anime releases from that era just over here, when you find like these lost sort of companies that like maybe didn't try their best, but definitely tried something in trying getting it over here, and yeah, they probably collapsed, but it fascinates me. And it unlocks the part of my brain that's like, I want to collect that shit. I want to archive this shit.
Yeah. The closest we got to an official release of it was the movie version on Blu-ray by Bandai for a while.
That was like years after the fact, 2006? Or am I thinking of Gunbuster?
I think the movie version came out with Gunbuster.
Yeah.
Because there is Gunbuster versus Gunbuster the movie, which is
I did do a little bit of reading right after watching.
So I think the movie edit comes from that period of time. Let me double check.
I also know why, because so it is very clear when you're watching it that like the last two episodes were production wise a bit later on in the pipeline, but like there's no science episode for like the 5th episode. I want to say there's no science lesson at all.
But episode 2 or 3 doesn't have one.
Yeah, so it's like they stopped being out a while, but then like at the end of episode 6 they do 2 back to back, and it's like after like 4 or 6 years or whatever, we're doing another one of these now, and it's like, why'd you say that?
It's also
because I know that these episodes didn't come out that long between each other.
Yeah, I wonder if that was like a home video thing, because they're a different quality too.
I did a bit of reading this, and from what I was able to tell, in Japan Gunbuster originally released on VHS, 2 episodes each on a tape.
Yeah.
But then in 1995 there was a Laserdisc release,
And did the science lesson come from the Laserdisc?
Yes.
That makes sense.
They
given
added them to that version.
That makes sense, because the quality's different.
Yes.
And also those were directed entirely by Kenji Tsurumaki, who would go on and help direct the rebuilds. And who is directing...
I'm not going to say I knew it, because of course I didn't, but...
And who's directing the new
yeah.
OVA project.
So...
Even he's locked in the EVA mind.
Yeah, exactly. My thing is that, like, I mean, I have mixed opinions on the rebuilds overall. Some of it's really great, some of it's just sort of mid. There's one movie I just don't like.
Yeah.
And it's maybe not the one you're thinking.
There's so much of the rebuilds that I'm like, it doesn't really matter who directed any of it. The whole thing is, as a whole...
Bit of a clusterfuck,
bit of a
isn't it?
clusterfuck, yeah. It's just some of the choices
Yeah.
in conveying it. You know, especially when you compare scenes that directly happen in both versions, where it's like, they just nailed it the first time.
Yeah, like, we're not going to go over our thoughts again, but like, the first movie didn't need to exist.
No.
I don't know why you're remaking like the first few episodes, but worse.
Yeah.
Second movie, interesting, not doing the things it's doing as well as the show, but it's interesting. 3 sucks.
3's awful.
3 just fucking sucks. I hate that movie.
Yeah.
And then Thrice Upon a Time tried its best, and I'd say did a pretty good job with what it was dealt.
I do find it interesting, because Anno's mentioned this a couple of times, of like doing a series based on the original plan for 3. And I'm like, that'd be cool to see how it was originally, the rebuilds were originally meant to end.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I'd be down to see that instead of whatever the fuck we got for 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Gunbuster movie did come out in 2006. That was an edit, I believe, for the release of Diebuster.
Okay.
We'll get to Diebuster.
Oh, I was gonna recommend doing Diebuster next-ish.
Yeah, we'll do it next, I guess.
Okay. Well, now I'm not sure if I should be looking forward to it.
It's different. It's different.
Bad different?
It was like 20 years later. Make of that what you will.
I guess we'll see.
It was like 2 or 3 years before Gainax.
Oh
collapsed,
no!
Basically.
Like internally, before like the official death happened.
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
They had Gurren Lagann left in them, and that was sort of it.
It really does feel like that was just the last bastion.
Yeah.
Because everything I hear about Gainax, like, even a bit before then, and just especially after that, it's just die already.
Yeah. It's a good thing that everyone now owns their stuff.
Thank God Studio Kara exists.
Maybe not for
And Trigger.
Ava and Gunbuster, because Anno's Anno.
True.
But, you know, it's better to have them than to not.
Yeah.
Even if there is weird stipulations, like, hey, you need to buy the ultra uber expensive collector's versions just to get the original dub, because we redubbed it and we want to act like the other one doesn't exist.
That is so fucking dumb. The original dub is iconic, though.
Yeah. But to them it's incorrect, even though technically it's still just as accurate as their current one.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Anyway, Gunbuster, good. Heavy recommend. Good. I gave it a 9.
I give it a 10. I love it.
If I give it a rewatch, there's a decent chance it may have be a 10 again.
It was so hard not to watch it just all in one go. But I had to go somewhere after watching the first 3 episodes. So I was like, damn, I can't just sit and watch all of it in one go.
I like to space my things out when I watch these things, so I made the choice to like watch it in blocks of 3.
This was the first time I split it up. Every other time I've watched it, I've sat and just all 6 episodes back to back.
Maybe if I do like a full on from 1 to 6, it will just be perfect for me. But we'll see.
Anyway, we'll move on now to what the fuck was their other one? Alice in Borderland.
Yeah, you see, it's fine for that to be forgettable because each episode is only like what 20 minutes.
Yeah, 23 minutes. It's a standard anime episode.
Yeah, and also the plot between them isn't so important, which I learned for a fact in that I watched 2 and 3 out of order by accident due to a mislabeling error.
Yeah, I still don't know how that happened, because they literally, like I explained to you, the Blu-ray, the program I used to get them onto my PC, it showed that the disc didn't have a title, which is kind of common, especially with like Sentai MVM
Yeah.
discs, that can happen. And it was one of the ones where it pops them out as individual files rather than having to go through like Gunbuster, where it popped out as one big 3-hour file, and I had to go through and find like where each episode ended
Yeah,
and
you
started.
gotta cut that.
And you got to cut by chapter marking. This one just popped them all out, 3 episodes. And I was like, oh, cool. And it did. And what it does when it doesn't have a disc
Quick
title.
behind the scenes thing, by the way, you almost thought that you messed up on like Gunbuster.
Yeah, because it opens with a correction that sort of makes no sense at the beginning of the episode, but
Yeah.
it's just the start of episode 3 for some reason.
I love, by the way, that correction exists because it's like, oh no, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I started reading it and went,
Like, dude, this is a fictional concept of fictional technology. I don't care.
It's the fact they're also singing karaoke underneath it that gets me like, yeah, this is part of the other episode, like the last episode.
Yeah.
But no, it's just part of episode 3. Anyway,
Sorry.
so what happens when it doesn't have a disc title means it doesn't come out with like a name. Like Gunbuster came out as Gunbuster, whereas it popped them out as title _T00 because it always starts at 0 and ticks its way up 1 for each file in the playlist. And so it pops out 3 files, T00, T01, T02. And I'm like, cool, that's the episodes. And I just rename them to episode 1, 2, 3 because that's how it works.
Yeah.
That's how, especially when it comes to Blu-ray functionality, the playback needs to work. As it goes 1, 2, and 3. No, apparently the episodes got mixed up and I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, so I accidentally watched episode 3 as the second one.
Yeah.
So that whole climactic thing where like all of them just die except for Arisu. It happens like to me like halfway through, and I was like, what the fuck's gonna happen in this third episode then? And then suddenly we get the flashback
Yeah.
where like we're seeing the past, and I was like, oh, he's remembering his friends now. That's so sad. And then it just cuts to them being normal, and I'm like, oh no, something fucked up here. This isn't right.
It's so funny because even if I had checked, I could never have known. I've never seen Alice in Borderland before. There's no episode number or titles or anything on each episode, so I even if I checked, I wouldn't have known that they were wrong.
Yeah. Anyway, overall, this was a great proof of concept.
Yeah, it's very much like the first 3 episodes of a 12-episode show.
Yeah.
And then,
Well, no, it's not the first 3 episodes. It is the first episode, a random episode at some point in the show's run, and then like the final episode of a season.
No, I fully believe this would be like the first 3 episodes of the show.
Really?
I think so, and then this would just be like, it's like that sort of setup, stakes, new stakes.
Okay, I feel like it would be weird to kill off like 3 out of 4 of your main characters.
I think this is just a straight adaptation of the first 3 volumes of the manga.
Damn, I'm wrong.
Yeah, because I checked, I was like looking at the chapter, like the volume list, and it has the chapters, and the chapters are all named after the feats that they're doing. So like, was it the 3 of Hearts?
It's Hearts of the psychological ones, I think.
Yeah, so that's the 2nd episode.
No, that's like the 3rd one. I think the last one was 7 of Hearts.
7 of Hearts. The
First one was 3 of Clubs.
3 of Clubs, and then 7 of Spades.
7 of Spades, yeah. We might be mixing some of that up.
But like the chapters were named that as well. So like part 1, 2, and whatever. And so I was like, oh yeah, they are just straight adapting those first 3 volumes.
Huh.
So that's just it is, I guess, the foundational setup of the series.
I stand corrected.
Because to me, watching this, I wasn't entirely sold until the end, where they just blew up all the friends, and I'm like, oh, okay, now you've got me interested. Because before, this is just a standard death game, and I do not really care for death games.
I care a bit for death games.
I've seen too many of them at this point.
You see, that's the thing, I've not.
And they run into just the same tropes. And I was like, I'm just seeing the same thing happen again and again.
Yeah, like, I will say there was a little part of me that was like, okay, maybe a little fatigue after seeing stuff like Battle Royale and stuff like that. But I'm still at the stage where like I haven't seen enough where the whole concept completely bores me. So I was, a little interested just from the first episode alone. The second one is fine.
It's fine. Yeah, it is that standard thing of like, here's the setup, here's another variation of what it can be, but then the 3rd episode comes in and goes, actually, let's just kill off all of his friends.
Get bombed.
Bombed.
No appeal.
And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe you are doing something interesting. It's just a shame that this is just where this ends.
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing them and either reading the manga or the live action series?
Yeah, there is a live action series on Netflix. It's funny because like I knew about it, and like even watching this and then like seeing where it ended, I was like, I still don't really care to watch the show. I don't know why. It's just never appealed to me for some reason. And I'm not against Japanese live actions or anything like that.
No. I mean, I will say I'm more interested in the manga than I am the live action series. But just the concept alone, it's intrigued me.
Yeah, I think it's because it's a Netflix series that I was like, there is every chance that this is going to hit the third season and just do whatever the fuck it wants and die.
Yeah, that's true. Because every single writer at Netflix despises whatever they've been chosen to adapt.
Yep. And there's every chance that the show just get cancelled.
Yeah.
Partway through.
It either gets cancelled early or the writers hate it.
Yeah.
And Netflix decides, that one needs 5+ seasons.
So I think it ended on its third season, if I recall correctly. So it started in 2020. I think it started right at the beginning of lockdown, if I recall correctly.
Timing.
Yeah.
When everybody wished they were in a death game.
The animation's okay. I didn't know what to expect, considering it's like it's the OVA that gets bundled with the manga.
Yeah.
You don't get very many of brought over and translated in English. They're usually just sort of left to rot. Because they're not usually widely available outside of the limited edition versions of each volume that they come with. So to see them do that with this is interesting, but I think I've never seen them do it on like actually adapting the manga. It's usually random side stories like the beach episode or something like that happens.
Okay. Supplementary
stuff, yeah. So it's an interesting choice to start an adaptation and then just like, okay, are we gonna do anything else with it now? Nah.
We're done.
We're done.
3, take it or leave it.
It feels almost like they were hired to start adapting it and then either were like cancelled or just had to make a proof of concept and it never got picked up.
Yeah, it wasn't greenlit.
Like, oh well, we might as well just work with what we've made.
Throw it out with bundles of the manga, yeah. Which does kind of suck because for me personally, I would have liked to have seen more of this as like a full series.
Yeah, I'd have liked at least 12 episodes just to get a better feel of where it goes from here. I think it's a very sort of fuck you ad for the manga. As much as I think it's a good ad, in the sense that, but in a weird way, it makes no sense because it was bundled with the manga. So it sort of feels like a fuck you, in that it's like, yeah, we're not adapting anymore. You're just gonna be teased with this, and then to find out, go read the fucking manga.
Read it, you bitch.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It's sort of like the oh my god, I'm blanking. There was another example of that, but it was like a full TV show, and I can't remember what it is now. That's annoying.
You'll get there. You're gonna randomly scream it.
I'll randomly remember. We won't even be recording. We'll be sitting in our call later tonight, and I'll just be like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay for what it is. I think it's
nothing too special. The characters were decent.
Yeah, I think oh, I forget their name.
You got Arisu. You've got one begins with a G.
Gen, not Genma.
Why is the word Gairu coming to my mind?
No,
it's nothing like that.
No. The one with the weird face.
How rude! You can't just say that to him. But I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, the one with the Brock eyes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a terrible way to describe it, but that's all I can think of when it's a character that's just usually has their eyes closed.
Mm-hmm. I found them kind of annoying. I didn't really like them that much.
They're the Millhouse.
Yeah, they're the
Millhouse that fucks.
They're the one who you were like, yeah, you're flagged.
Yeah,
you're gonna die. You are functionally useless. You're annoying. The author is setting you up to die.
Just like me, for real.
Except no, he kills everyone.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I like that they get out of the way that he gets injured very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You've got he's not like a jock, but he's
sort of like the
the athlete.
I was almost gonna call him like a degenerate, but like a sort of, ditches school, maybe has like some ends with the Yakuza. You know what I mean? Like
I just got that he smoked.
I'm only going off of the other hundreds of archetypes I've seen of this character.
Cool. I just sort of got that he was just the guy that, like, I don't know, maybe he's on a sports team or whatever at like high school, and I don't know, smokes, I guess. But I like the idea that he gets his like fortune told where he's like super lucky and he's like, I am invincible, I am the best person here, everyone else get behind me. Get behind me, Mori Calliope, I'll protect you. And then, like, the moment that he realizes, oh, that doesn't actually mean much, he's like, ooh.
Arisu, do something.
Yeah, figure it out, bro. You're the brains.
I also love that every time Arisu figures something out, no, he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He just does. He's like, this is how it is. No, it's not.
No. You dumbass. That sort of just disappears after a while, doesn't it? Him being, like, the brain.
Yeah.
Suffers from the fact that, like, there's only 3 episodes, but, like, in the second one, he doesn't really...
They spend a lot of time just fucking frantically running around.
Yeah. And in the third one, he's as useless as the rest of them.
Yeah, they're all just shitting their pants.
Yeah. And then there's the girl.
There's the girl.
She literally walks in breasting boobily.
Yeah. Fucks one of them, dies.
Yeah.
That's her. That's it. That's all she does.
It kind of sucks that was her entire personality, really.
Yeah.
We get some interesting... or what seems to be interesting, like, background lore and the fact that she's been playing for a while.
Yeah, and I kind of was, like, hoping that she survived, because there's a lot of interesting, like, directions you could take that, and that, one, you can dive into her background, but also then, two, it's sort of like the, you never know if you can trust her aspect of it, and, like, she could betray them at any moment.
Which I thought episode 3 was going to do.
Yeah, and no, she just dies.
Yeah. She learns... the joys of loyalty and friendship from like 2 episodes with these numbnuts.
Yeah, and then, you know, the other high school girl turns up and is like, "Nah, I'll replace her."
You know, the one that's definitely the love interest.
Yeah, she can climb.
She can climb.
Don't you know she's athletic one? She's got the shorts on underneath her skirt.
Yeah. Thank fucking God, because that could have been a 50-50 thing.
Yeah.
She's got the cool hair color.
Yeah.
So she's a main character.
It's sort of like what was it? Wasn't Gunbuster. I think it was something I was watching recently, where it's like you have this room filled with like the old men, and then every single female character has like different colored hair, and I'm like, the contrast, just the contrast.
The 2 genders, plain and brightly colored hair.
And it's like, it's every old man is white hair, looks sort of vaguely the same, maybe has
some
glasses.
sort of military, whatever you fucking call it.
And then there's every woman has different hair color, maybe a short skirt. It's like, there's definitely a double standard at
maybe
play
if
here.
men gave more of a shit, they too could have the fun hair colors.
That's only for the ones with powers.
Yeah, that sucks. Hair dye exists, you know.
Yeah, I don't think I've got much else to say about Alice in Borderland. It's a here, there, and gone again.
Yeah, it shows you what it wants to do. It does it not
Fine.
superbly.
It does it fine.
I want to say just sort of subparly.
Yeah, the animation quality is nothing like outstanding or anything, and I think that's why it kind of feels like this was a potential like setup for a TV adaptation that just didn't come to fruition, because it feels like there would have been a budget spread across much more episodes, and they were being conservative, like most TV anime, especially around that time were. So they were doing some interesting things, like the episode 3 having the sort of like flash back and forth until you kind of reach them going into the game.
Yeah,
is interesting. I just wish it didn't cut to yelling every 30 seconds, because that's just fucking annoying.
They're in a very high stress situation.
Sure, it's still fucking annoying. But yeah, it just sort of is okay.
It's decent.
Yeah,
I think I gave it a 7.
I think I gave it a 7 too. Like, it's perfectly cromulent.
Yeah, like it's decently made.
Yeah, I gave it a 7.
Hold on. Yeah, same.
Yep.
Definitely the weakest of the 4 we watched in this block.
Yeah, and it's not like a big step down or anything. You know,
No.
it's just perfectly acceptable.
Perfectly cromulent anime.
Yeah. Wish it didn't just end
Yeah.
like that though. That feels sort of disappointing.
Survive with me. Okay. And then they did.
And then they did. They probably fucked.
Most likely.
Most likely. Unless she betrayed him.
Who knows? We'll have to read the manga, maybe.
Maybe. I might get round to it at some point, who knows. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else to say.
No, there really isn't.
Well, this has been another episode of Anime Lane. Thank you guys for listening.
Moving right along.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.